Hey guys, Mike Sullivan with First American Axe and Forge, and I'm back here with Tracey Wilson in part one of a series of questions from different people I know and people that are inquisitive. Nice to have you here again, and
Great.
It's been great fun having you here, by the way.
Oh, I've appreciated and enjoyed every moment of being here.
Fantastic. I love it. Our first question comes from the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. Jacob Peterson, here's to you. He asked first, what traits do you look for in an axe or in a knife?
Okay. Well, for me personally, I like the bigger, beefier blades.
Okay. On axe or knife?
For a knife, sorry. Start with the knife. I'm a believer in a good, thick, beefy blade, but I try to match the knives that I'm using to the environment. Just like you, every tool has its own job.
The task at hand.
And so, every tool has its purpose, and
yes,
I try
I
to
do.
match. He does, and I try to match the tool to the environment. So if I am going to be in the rainforest or the jungle, I like a big, beefy blade that'll swing and cut through everything. Versus going out in the desert, I'll carry a little neck knife. I don't need a big knife out there, just something small and simple and easy.
Okay.
Or even a pocket knife,
So,
very simple. With an axe, obviously you go into the desert, you don't need an axe. There's really not a whole lot out in the desert that you would have a need of that for. But going into your, Pacific Northwest, your boreal forests, places like that, having an axe is almost a must. You can't get away with it without one. And I like to have, because I like to do a bit of moving around, I like to have something that is lightweight and packable. So a pack axe or a trapper axe, that is what is favorable to me. I'm not going to be building a log cabin most likely. I'm going to be building a trapper shack, something
small, something easy to build.
That I could take with a brush axe or a trapper's axe and with me and use that with relative ease.
Okay.
So something small.
So definitely look for your environment, look where you're going, and choose the appropriate knife for the tasks at hand. Speaking of environments and tasks at hand, what do you look for at a survival location or even a shelter? What do you look for? What's special?
When I'm going to choose a location, let's just say to build a shelter, I try first off to pick a location that I have to do the least amount of work, because calories is
definitely
key.
would agree with that. Yeah.
If I can find up against a cliff where I've got three sides to protect myself from predators on, everybody knows how that went for me in season 2 of Alone.
Now, see, if you just had your trapper's axe from First American Axe and Forge, you could have taken it nice and light, but.
Yeah,
chose a big felling axe.
I did, and that is one thing I wish I could go back and change.
Maybe another time.
Another time. But, if I can pick a location up against a cliff somewhere, high and dry, away from side of a river where your big predators walk, there again, as I found out.
Poor choice.
Yeah, well, it was...
Things happen.
Unfortunately, there were very little to... or very few choices. I mean, every direction you went, it was a game trail, and I mean, there just really wasn't a lot of choices. The terrain there didn't allow. But I like, when I go to pick a location, I want something high up, away from the water, away from the bugs, away from those moist areas where that cool weather is settled and the breezes come down the rivers. I want to be up protected in the trees, high and dry.
So, in a nutshell,
safe place.
In a nutshell, if you can find a pre-existing area that can reflect heat back to you and shelter you, that's ideal.
Yep.
Overhang, a cave. If you have to build something, use as few calories as possible. As we all know, in a survival situation, calories is king. So yeah, environmentally dependent, but
Absolutely.
there you go. What do you think? What do you think makes survival special? What about it? What about survival? The skills, the knowledge, the.
Well, personally, what I think makes it so special is that it is the. If you go back through thousands and millions of years, it's a way of connecting to our ancestors. And personally, I'm a huge believer in learning the old ways as a method of connection to my ancestors. And so those ways are lost.
Back then, it was a way of life.
Yes.
It wasn't a commodity that we could, or a luxury that we could learn about. You had to do it.
You know, and if you like I hate to go back to it again, but you look at the little wordage they put up on Alone on the front of the show, the survival experts. My personal belief is the real experts died out 100, 200, 300, 400 years ago and before. Those were the true experts of survival. They didn't just survive, they lived. They thrived.
Right.
And those skills, we're struggling to bring them back. Am I an expert? I'm just another squirrel in the woods. Just doing little more than the average squirrel, that's all. But I'm happy to share that knowledge so it's passed forward and it's not lost.
So, all right. This next question he has is actually kind of, I like it quite a bit because it involves the children. Think about the children. How can we get more people involved in learning survival skills, in learning ancient life skills?
I really believe that the best way to get people involved with this is making it a family activity. Get the kids involved, get mom and dad involved. They can go out together and do this as a family unit. They can learn these skills and pass them forward. And it's something that is really, really good to know just in case. But get them involved while they're young, get the kids, get the family. It's a good thing to go out and do together. It's healthy and fun and it's invigorating.
And that brings it back to being special.
And being special.
It's a family affair.
So get the kids involved, get the family involved, get everybody together and have a good time.
Yeah. Now his fifth question he has is, it's actually pertinent to what's going on now in the Atlantic Southeast. Why is it important to have basic knowledge of survival? And we see it right now, and I'm probably going to answer this question for you on this. We see it right now with all the people in North Carolina and South Carolina and Florida and wherever our latest hurricane that is hitting the shores is hitting us. Stay safe. If you can, get with people that you trust, band together, because there is safety in numbers. There's body heat for if you have no power. If those of you out there watching this, you can afford to buy some water, donate blood, like we were talking about.
Call the local Red Cross stations and talk to them, find out the locations for donations, call the local Red Cross, find out where to go give blood. At the bare minimum, if you can't do any of the other and you just have a few dollars to give to donate
a little bit.
Donate. It's those little donations that make the difference. Ask the people from Hugo or Katrina or Andrew or David or any of these hurricanes in the last 50 years.
Yeah.
The
little
people
donations. It's not the one person that donates $10,000.
Right.
It's the 10,000 people that donate $1.
Exactly.
So it's important to know that basic knowledge of survival, because you never know when you have to get out of your car, get home, and get your family safe.
Yep. And it's been proven. I mean, and I talk about it time and time again. Skilled hikers hiking the Appalachian Trail, 2015. She was a very skilled hiker, was 2/3 of the way done with the trail, stepped off the trail to use the restroom, got disoriented, starved within 31 days, and was found later. She's an experienced hiker. She just got turned around, and with some skills and knowledge, basic skills and knowledge, she possibly, not going to say could have, but possibly saved her life. Families that have gone out on walks together and get turned around and get lost and trapped out in the woods.
My neighbor.
Happens.
She and her boyfriend went up to the Upper Peninsula just recently and got turned around. They were on the UTV. They got turned around. They couldn't figure out where they were. She was telling me that she had 5 different maps laid out, and she's trying to cross-reference everything. And she ended up figuring out where they were and how to get back to safety. Basic knowledge of survival.
First thing is just always stop, gather your thoughts, and think. Put your mind to use, and just think your way out of the situation.
Yeah. So, there we go. Jacob, Mariah, hope we answered your questions.
Spent some time in the wood with Jacob in the past, and so I'm happy to answer his questions.
There you
That's
go.
for sure.
Until next time, like, subscribe, comment below. There you go. Have fun, and don't forget to leave a comment. That's from my son. You guys have fun.
Good job, Mike.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, Mike Sullivan with First American.